Our esteemed guests, Speaker of the New York City Council, Adrienne Adams, and New York City Council member, Justin Brannan, to Bay Ridge Library. We're incredibly grateful for these two dedicated leaders, without whom the library would be a very different place today. Thanks to their support, we were able to preserve weekend library service, maintain our collections, and protect vital staff positions for our borough. Brooklyn Public Library is so much more than books, as I'm sure many of you know. We offer tens of thousands of free programs each year. We help immigrants learn English and adults earn their high school diplomas. We provide resources to the most vulnerable in our society, seniors and veterans and people experiencing homelessness. The library is one of the largest providers of free Wi-Fi in the borough, serving young people doing schoolwork and job seekers writing resumes. We give teens a safe space to hang out and people of all ages access to cultural programming. And Brooklyn Public Library is leading a nationwide fight against book bans and censorship in our Books Unbanned program. We delight in providing these services to the community, and it simply would not be possible without the support of our elected officials. Speaker Adrienne Adams is a tireless advocate for public libraries, recognizing the crucial role they play in every New York City neighborhood.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Likewise, Councilmember Justin Brannan is a true champion of libraries across the city, including Bay Ridge Library, right here in this district. And I love this library. When I visit, this is one of my favorites. It's a beautiful branch. During challenging budget negotiations earlier this year, and amid an unprecedented effort to ban books and silence voices, Speaker Adams and Chair Brannan made protecting libraries a top priority. The Council's strong backing of libraries in the fiscal year 2024 city budget is truly a testament to their longstanding commitment to our institution, and more importantly, to the millions of people who rely on our essential services. The Speaker and Chair Brannan sent a clear message nationwide about the freedom to read and ensured libraries right here in New York City remain open for business. We are so grateful, Speaker Adams, Chair Brannan, for your leadership and support.
Thank you.
As I mentioned, Councilmember Brannan serves as chair of the City Council Finance Committee and has never once wavered in his support, standing up for the work of librarians in all 5 boroughs. Librarians who 7 days a week provide resources for asylum seekers, homework help for students, story time for toddlers, workshops for small business owners, and so much more. Because of his support, public libraries can grow, and so can our communities. Here in Bay Ridge and far beyond, we're all so grateful to have the support and commitment of Councilmember Brannan. I hope I didn't skip a page here. I think I might have. On behalf of public libraries, thank you for both being here. Sorry, for a second I thought maybe I was missing something essential. Thank you for both being here, for your support of Bay Ridge Library and all of our 62 branches. It's now my great pleasure to introduce Chair Brannan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nina. It is always good to have the Speaker here in our nation's capital of Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. When the Speaker and I sat down at the negotiating table a few months ago, Brooklyn Public Library was looking at a $10 million cut. This would have eliminated all Sunday service hours. It would have curtailed Saturday service at many branches, and it would have terminated 80 open positions. Without even discussing it, the Speaker and I knew that we couldn't let this happen. But little did we know that we had actually stumbled upon possibly one of the last remaining things in the city that transcends partisan politics, our libraries. Indeed, everybody loves their local library. So right away, we knew this was a budget fight worth having, but it was also one that we knew we'd had to win. Through the leadership of Speaker Adams, the council fought really, really hard to the very, very end, and we saved the Brooklyn Public Library from the chopping block, restoring 6- and 7-day service and comprehensive programming for babies, kids, teens, adults, and seniors alike. I think one of the coolest parts of my job as councilman is being able to invest in the future of the same institutions that I grew up enjoying as a kid. And I think the Speaker and I share that, and so many of our colleagues really share that when libraries came up, this was something that everyone had a personal story for what it meant to them as kids, now as parents, and meant to their families. So this was really a no-brainer, but it wasn't easy. But we thank the Brooklyn Public Library for their partnership and making this fight easy for us, that you had our back, and that we got it done. So this is a great day for Bay Ridge and for the entire borough and the entire city. Thank you so much. Okay, now it's my pleasure to call up now the Speaker of the City Council, Adrian Adams. I like doing that.
You like doing that?
Yes.
We gotta do this more often. Good afternoon, everyone. And yes, I am New York City Council Speaker Adrian Adams. And for those that don't know, I have the honor of leading the first women majority and the most diverse council in the history of the city of New York. And I also have to share with you that it is fantastic to be here in beautiful Bay Ridge with my colleague and the council's finance chair, Justin Brannan, to celebrate our libraries, what we were able to deliver for you in our budget, and the wonderful programming and services you provide for our communities. Councilmember Brannan, who has welcomed us to his district today, plays such a pivotal role in leadership in our city council. He was instrumental in protecting our libraries from proposed cuts this past budget season. He ensured that New Yorkers continue to have full access to these cherished resources of our neighborhoods. I also want to thank Nina Collins, Chair of Trustees at the Brooklyn Library, as well as the Bay Ridge branch staff, Branch Manager Yvonne Ju, Assistant Branch Manager Rita Mead. She's hiding back there. Circulation Manager Marita Shewu, who are all here today as you see the day-to-day work that they and the many other library staff do the work for the people across our city. Your work is invaluable, and it drives our fierce advocacy to safeguard these beloved institutions, and I personally thank you all. Libraries are our precious, among our most precious public resources. And for those of you that don't know, I am proud of my own roots as a former trustee of the Queens Public Library, hence lies my heart. In response to the proposed budget cuts, which would have harmed our communities, New Yorkers came together to demand that the city protect our libraries, demands that the council successfully delivered. Through our advocacy with stakeholders across the city and tough negotiations, the council was able to restore $36.2 million in proposed funding cuts to our libraries in this year's budget, including $10 million for Brooklyn, your public library. Overall, the city budget provided more than $129 million in operations funding for BPL. In addition, the council directly provided $9.6 million in capital funding for infrastructure improvements at BPL branches across this borough. A library is a community's lighthouse. It's a place that guides us to safety and stability. Beyond housing, books, libraries are a resource and information hubs for the entire community. They're multi-purpose institutions where New Yorkers can access legal services, free Wi-Fi, language classes, and other educational opportunities at zero cost. Brooklyn Public Library alone provides nearly 60,000 free programs per year. Our library services continue off-site as well. Through the Books by Mail program, our older neighbors and New Yorkers with disabilities can have books sent directly to their home. For all that libraries provide in our communities, they should never, ever have been on the chopping block in the first place. And you can rest assured that the council will continue to advocate through the year to ensure that our libraries are protected. As our most precious public resource, libraries offer us what we need to build the equitable future that all New Yorkers deserve. The pursuit of knowledge, made possible by libraries, is how we've come to survive and advance as a society. For the sake of our future, we must work to keep these doors of opportunity wide open. I look forward to continuing to work with all of you over the course of this year and the years to come, if you'll have us, to secure the investments needed for our libraries and ensure that we protect the very bedrock that our communities so rightly deserve. Let's keep these doors open. Let's keep our children learning. Let's keep our older adults thriving. Let's continue to celebrate our libraries.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you.